Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the most innovative tarot reading on the internet. And that is not an overstatement. If anything, is an understatement. Now, how do we accomplish this? Very simply. I use tarot as the final destination. That's what the real central purpose of this reading and every reading is all about. It's about tarot energy, tarot frequency. So I'll take 3 cards. It's all you need. Nikola Tesla said if you knew the power of 3, you'd understand the universe. Einstein said there's a kind of a quote unquote magical power to 3. Christians have the Trinity. A bunch of people kind of have sort of an intuitive feel for the number 3 as being special. So we do a 3-card read. We really focus in very tightly. We take all 3 cards, distill the frequency from each card into a single message, and that reveals its essential energy. The idea is to be simple, to be clear, to be direct. I don't want you to have to guess. You get a tarot reading where somebody does 20, 30, 40, 50. I've seen 100 card reads. How the hell do you make sense out of that? That's chop suey. I've done tarot for over 20 years, and I've come to realize it doesn't predict. From my experience, 0. But tarot is the science of potential, your potential. So we keep it simple, clear, direct. We give you a reading. The idea is to give you a reading that you can almost feel, to give you a virtual big picture. There's no fantasy, no unicorn, no rainbows, none of that woo-woo stuff. It is your matrix revealed. Tarot equals manifesting, a gift given to us since birth. Problem is, we're programmed to be negative. So when we do our innate manifesting, it's usually negative. Well, I can't have this. I won't have this. We'll say the words, oh, I want this, I want that. But inside, we will feel, no, I can't. No, I'm not gonna. Da, 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 da. And so you end up getting little or nothing. And you go, well, geez, I can't manifest. No, you're manifesting, but negatively. Manifesting is literally human kryptonite. Tarot is the science of your potential. Tarot transmutation. It brings your life frequency to your life. Okay? So that's step 1. We distill the best, clearest, most precise tarot energy we can. So you don't have to guess. But simply getting the frequency is step 1. Then I give you perspective. You get the frequency and usable understanding of the tarot energy. What do I mean by that? Well, there are 2 ways that I can do this. First of all, I can use astrology, numerology. I've done tarot for 20 years, astrology, numerology for 50. Astrology, numerology are the science of cycles within cycles within cycles within. I mean, it gets to be just ridiculous. And in fact, in my readings for over 50 years, and I know some astrologers who are phenomenal, but they have the same problem. You can get great information, great insight, literally from the moment a child is born. You do their chart, you can kind of lay out their life. You understand that life is basically destiny. John Lennon of the Beatles said, you know, life is what happens while you're busy doing other things. You take a look at all the famous people, all the rich people, all the people. They've had lucky breaks all of their life. And either they were able to utilize them or not. And even sometimes when they didn't think they could utilize them, they still got the benefit. It is destiny. The tarot gives you the frequency at any given moment so you can make the most out of that frequency, that kryptonite, that tarot energy. Remember, we said it was the science of potential? Well, it's your potential to say yes or no. And so, using astrologic, we use astrology to go back in time and show you how when the planets were essentially in a specific position, where they're going to be when they get back to that position. Pluto takes 250 years to go around the solar system. So any aspect with Pluto takes a long time. For example, came to the American Revolution, 2 planets involved, Pluto, Uranus. Pluto is evolution, Uranus is revolution. What was the 1776 American thing all about. It's about revolution, about evolution, making it better. Well, then we go up to the Civil War. We still have the planet Uranus involved. This time it's the planet Neptune, which has a shorter circumference time than Pluto. Pluto takes 250 years. Uranus takes about 160, 170 years. So the revolutionary Pluto and Uranus we had about 2 years ago. The revolutionary Neptune and Uranus we had about a year ago. So the energy from the Civil War and the American Revolution have caught up with us. And what do we have, not just in the United States, but around the world? Woo! Evolution, trying to rise to something better, and revolution, getting ready to do whatever it takes to evolve, no matter what it takes. And you see people getting angry, people getting awake, people paying attention, that people sing the game. So we can use astrology, numerology, or we can take information from the current time. The idea is you use the tarot to get the energy, and then you use either current events or astrological insight to apply that energy most successfully. Either way, the idea is to give you a tarot frequency and its appropriate background, because knowing the repetitive patterns, you not only know your energetic destination, but what it's going to feel like when you get there, which makes a lot of sense. Let's say you're going away on vacation. Well, you got to know what your destination is, and you got to know a little bit about the destination so you know how to plan. Do I have to dress for snow? Do I have to dress for the beach? Do I have to, what am I? So that's the idea. The tarot energy is the ultimate, it's the energy. But how do you apply it? Well, that's what either moments in time, current news information, or astrology, historic time and information. That's what they tell you. So we're going to begin your evolutionary journey in just a moment. I want to have the opportunity right now to be able to do a little cosmic cycles with you. We know that today the message is very, very, very simple. It's go for real value. In other words, what's your treasure island? Well, treasure is not always things. In fact, more often than not, it is not things. It's having friendship, having love, having family, having health, peace. Those kinds of things are real values. So today the message is go for real value, look for your treasure island. Let's dig a little deeper. The rat race tells you what is important, what is valuable. The deal is, it is valuable to the people who control us, not us. And the problem is, you don't get it. It hits you when you keep a job and your retirement is robbed from you one way or another, either your health, your money, or both. So you cross the finish line understanding that you were destined to lose anyway. The game's rigged. Look inside yourself for true value. Never look outside for validation. Never. You're not going to get it. And it makes you weak. It is our humanity that creates our own treasure island. That's what's valuable. That's what's important. So, again, the tarot manifesting message is go for real value. We're going to get to moments. We're going to take a look at some of the current news and feature information to kind of give you some more background. But I want to just remind you, I do have an email. It's only one, very simple, tau-tarot@proton.me, tau-tarot@proton.me. I got away from Gmail, I got away from Yahoo and all the rest of the crap because it's corporate, Palantir, and no. It's a small step. I don't know that it's a significant step, but at least it is a step to try to maintain my independence as a human being. Tau-tarot@proton.me. Feel free, good, bad. You don't have to be polite. You can tell me right. Shoot from the hip. It's all right. Not a problem for me. Let's move on to the moment in time. Stories that shape your life. Current stuff. Current stuff. Here's somebody put together a meme. Supposedly, this is a satellite image, and it looks like it would be a satellite image. So it says when the satellite imaging gives you a clear picture of what's really going on. Depopulation agenda, COVID pandemic, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, depopulation jabs, anti America first, anti white agenda, the Great Reset, control of governments, banks, media, heterosexualization of children, anti gun, anti freedom, anti Christian. Yeah. So it's a whole bunch of things. It's all part of the same plan. It's all coming from the same group. And it's just to simply destabilize you, to disrupt your innate value system. That's the whole point. Remember, we were talking about the point of this reading is go for real value. That means don't buy the bullshit they're handing you. Think and feel for yourself. That's tough for people. That's tough because one, they don't want to take the responsibility. Two, they're not smart enough to figure it out anyway. So let's go to the meme for the day. God, this bastard. Bill Gates, somebody who I think should be set up for what he is, traitor to humanity. And you know what we do with traitors. Anyway, from Wide Awake Media, Bill Gates asserts the need for digital ID, digital money. What it does basically is gives him control to access voting, banking, health, education stuff. They'll control everything. Bill Gates says, unless we do the digital stuff, we're just not going to function. We're not going to be able to do the traditional stuff. Quote, once you have a digital money system, then there's all sorts of services and applications that can be built on top of that, whether it's helping with health, education, or agriculture. Unquote. Yeah, Bill Gates has helped us out all with health, education, and agriculture. Every one of those categories and others he has built to make himself rich and to kill you. The numbers don't lie. May be uncomfortable, but the numbers don't lie. Let's go to the missing link, tying it all together. What we have here is peanuts. Peppermint Patty says, are you anti-Israel because it's pro-Muslim? Charlie Brown says, no, I'm anti-Muslim too. I'm anti-Israel. I'm pro-America. And the Jew Zionists want to make that pro-America mean pro-Israel. And they're trying to make it illegal for you to truly be pro-American first. I'm telling you, America is gone, and it left in 1913 when the Jews set up the Federal Reserve. Carbon copy of the Bank of England. They set that up too. That's what's happening. We have been bought and sold, and it's taken us decades, 100 years, to figure out that we've been screwed. And now we don't have the backbone to stand up, apparently. Tell you what, let's take a look at the tarot. Manifested reading energy. 4 of Cups is what we have. If you're familiar with that picture, it's a guy sitting under a tree. He has 3 full cups talking about abundance. And then there's a 4th cup being offered, a hand in a cloud. Remember we talked about life being luck, good fortune, fate. Fate is handing him yet another full cup. He doesn't care. He's totally emotionally detached. Just like many of us are today. We know we're getting screwed. We know we handed them the jar of Vaseline, KY jelly, or whatever lubricant you want to use, and we gave it to them, and they haven't said thank you and have no intention of it, and yet we're still putting up with it. We are emotionally detached. They've won. Next card is the 7 of Swords. Often when you have shallow tarot readers, they talk about, well, you know, this guy's got 7 swords and he's leaving, he's stealing them and going away. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's quitting the game. You notice if you're looking at the card, there are 2 swords behind him, always 2. 2 of anything. Swords, cups, wands, Not make any difference. 2 of anything always means decision. He's made the decision to take the true stuff, the good stuff. Remember, we're talking about his treasure island. Remember, we're talking about going for real value. Well, he knows what that is. He's got it. And he's saying, nah, I don't want it anymore. I'm not playing the game. I know I'm set to lose. Here is someone in the 4 of Cups who said, I quit. But this person is not quitting. Well, he's quitting the game, but he's not quitting on himself. And that's important. And the final card is the Sun card, my second favorite card in the tarot deck. The Fool is the first. Sun is number 2. Why? Because you're talking about illumination. You're talking about clarity. Once you decide that you want to get back in the game, but not their game, your game, the total emotional detachment, the emotional dead movement goes away. You get invigorated. You decide, okay, I'm going to split. I'm going to take what's true for me and get the hell out of Dodge. When you make that move, your life, whether materially good or bad, your life, your spirit illuminates. You're clear. You are your own person. You are free because you've chosen to be. You have chosen to find the real treasure island for you. Amazing stuff. That's the reading for today. Thank you. We're out of time. One of the things that you cannot buy, no matter how rich or how poor you are, is more time. The time you got is the time you got, and that's it. So coming here every day to the Tao Manifesting Tarot reading is an investment. Thank you so very much. I will not debase your investment. I work very hard to deliver the absolute best I can for you. Not only the frequency, but how to best use it. Hey, please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. The stuff going on behind the scenes, most people wouldn't believe, most people don't understand, and most people don't know. But we who do podcasts do. So please, I ask you, like and subscribe. Please. Makes all the difference in the world as we fight to at least bring you the truth in the best way that we know. There you go. That's it. So between now and the next time you and I do tarot together, peace and blessings.